Hey everybody, happy Sunday. How's it going, everybody out there? Hey, cheers. Happy Sunday. And cheers to a little show in our town where we live called CrewFest. Yes, we went to CrewFest all weekend. Our family and I. Oh, by the way, um, that was Albatross by Big Wreck, and here is the tuning. It is an open tuning, obviously. It's a little low. B, F sharp, B, F sharp, B, and then D sharp at the end there. Pretty cool. Everything's down. As you can see, the arrows, everything from the standard tuning above is down. So, if you want to tune your guitar up, your 6-string, I think Ian Thornley does it on a 12, I believe. Yeah, I don't know. But he did it on a Telecaster when I saw him on Friday night. Yes. A sewer Telecaster. Anyhow, yes, CrewFest weekend. Cheers to everybody, all my friends that I saw down there who were there, and a big tip to the hat to Mr. Jamie Stevens, who I know he's got partners and stuff that help out, I'm sure financially and all kinds of admin stuff, but he's the guy who's on his boots to the ground and doing everything and cleaning up. He's probably cleaning up right now as we speak on Sunday morning. It's a big thing for our town. It's the only time we get huge acts in. The lineup was on Friday: Headstones, Big Wreck, Buck Cherry, and Sumo Psycho. On Saturday, the big show was, of course, Goo Goo Dolls, the headliners, the Trues, and basically, who else? Sloan, and Junkhouse were the headliners, and a tip of the hat goes to our friends, Other Wives, who last year got rained out, or it was a rain delay, and they won the Battle of the Bands, which Angela and I judged along with a few other awesome guys in town. 4 of us judged the Battle of the Bands, and we Otherwise was a winner. So it was great to see that they made good. Anyhow, I didn't see the entire show. We live really close to the site, which is good or bad. It's great because you drive home and there's no traffic at all. Always jumped in the car and got home. We drove. Yeah, I could have walked it. Really, it's not that far. But the thing about that is, who do you want to see? Let's see this guy. Who do you want to see on Friday night, Darren? I really want to see Big Wreck. Okay, well, let's just drive over at that time, so you don't get the whole event of people that come from out of town and want to be there for on site for the whole thing. But it just goes to show that if you live really close to a concert, I could have probably went home and come back a couple times, right? But I'd probably pay for parking again. But anyhow, amazing show, amazingly conducted. Nothing rowdy going on in the crowd. Of course, I was over on the VIP side. It was split right down the center. I never heard of anything. I saw one emergency vehicle go through, and John Resnick from Goo Goo Dolls said, "Hey, are you right over there?" And they said, "Okay," and they didn't stop the show for anything. I guess it wasn't a very serious issue. But kudos to the Goo Goo Dolls, sounding great as ever. I'm gonna say my favorite act of the entire weekend. I went there to see Big Wreck. You know, Ian Thornley was probably high. Here we are putting guitar players in tears, right? He was probably the most schooled and most acclaimed guitar player on the show, on the bill. Okay, because this is a guitar show. We're gonna give guitar reports, of course. So I'll just put Ian Thornley up way up top. But the best player in the weekend that I'm gonna have to say, gonna go out on a limb here, and I know I have a lot of friends who love Big Wreck. I'm gonna say it was John Angus from the Trues, who I'm gonna rate people on a level for live guitarists. Let's go back, and I never really talked about this, but let's rate people on a level. Sound. If you got your sound together, and I can hear you clearly, and I can hear your pick hitting the strings, you've got my bet, buddy. You win for me, and John from the Trues, is there. Like I heard every note clearly. He also, showmanship wise, was the only guy I saw jump off the stage and run down to the soundboard. There's a little channel down the middle of the two crowds, and he ran down there and his guitar solo stuff, and I thought he was brilliant. Ian, yeah, he's brilliant. He's great. But Big Wreck, he's just as great as it could be. So on the level of two, those two guys from the Trues and Big Wreck, I would say Trues won. Also, the Trues show was just great, phenomenal stuff, guys. It was just amazing. Had the crowd right there. Yeah. Goo Goo Dolls, same. Long set for the Goo Goo Dolls. Long set for a band who probably not used to doing 90s, for a close, big show. So they have to play everything basically and do a lot of filling. But still great. Lots of guitar changes for you guitar fans out there. Goo Goo Dolls, lots of different tunings for Goo Goo Dolls. Of course, this song that I just showed you, different tuning. But yeah, all in all, a great show. Can't wait for next year. I don't know how he's going to top it with the Goo Goo Dolls. Just as far as the show went, very organized. The only thing I saw that was leaving was kind of tough because everyone kind of bottlenecked into this little security area because they get in real trouble if alcohol leaves the premises. And those of you who want to still carry their drinks out, shame on you. Chuck them in a garbage can and leave. You know the rules. It's Canada. We're in Canada. You know the rules. Don't try and break them, okay? Anyways, had a great time, and it's nice to go to a concert close to home. I jumped in the car. Of course, I parked in a little different parking area than the actual preferred $10 parking, which after I I just jumped in the car with the girls. The ladies, sorry. Jumped in the car with our ladies, and then threw our lawn chairs in the back of the trunk, straight out. Drove by the traffic lineup, and oh yeah, see you guys. Went to Wendy's, grabbed something, straight home. Drove back over the Lorne Bridge. Still saw a lineup of traffic coming out, and I was probably home before you guys even got to the main roads. So, there. I'm not going to tell you where I parked. Anyhow, I couldn't, just for you guitar people out there, of course that was a strange tuning, a low tuning, very, very Ian Thornley. I had to pull out this guitar and stuff my Dean Markley pickup in here because there's no pickup in this guitar to get that sound. Yeah, so just to get guitars to stay in tune because nothing in the humidity of summer is staying in tune these days. But this is a gem of a guitar. It's a cheapo. It's a Goya acoustic from I guess where are these made? These are probably made in Japan. I don't know. Made in Japan, more than likely. Japanese 80s guitars, even these acoustic guitars, incredible. I bought this guitar in Bowmanville, Ontario, while I was driving a delivery job. I pulled off and saw this store that was selling used stuff, like one of those old, cash converters type place. Remember that store? Cash converters? You can't survive anymore with the internet. But anyways, I jumped in there. This guitar was $100 with the case. The only reason I bought it was I needed a guitar to play the campfires because I had my Ovation at the time. I actually took my Ovation to campfires. You believe that? And And I said, no, I need a guitar that I don't care if it gets burn marks in it and all that kind of stuff. So bought this guitar, Goya, not even knowing what I had. The tuners were terrible on them, so I switched them out and put some, not expensive tuners, $60 tuners on it. And this is an incredible guitar. And sorry, I forgot I was in a different tuning there for a second. But sound wise, it's just that Dean Markley pickup, the Woody guy that from the '80s that we throw in guitars. But playability wise, it's just amazing. So yeah. Anyways, Goya, part of the CF Martin line. If you didn't know that already, Goya was a Martin import, like Sigma. So that's why the playability and the craftsmanship is there. Now I ruined it for all you people that had the Goya secret. There's lots of guitar secrets I find, where you find something that's just a hidden gem, like my certain electric guitars that I have 3 of that start with a company that starts with the letter P. That's all I'm going to say. And this is a company that starts with the letter G. Anyways, I'm going on about guitars because I love guitars, and that's just my thing. Lots of great guitars at CrewFest this weekend. Ian Thornley stays true to the endorsements. He played, I think, all Sewer guitars, Telecaster copies, Strat copies, reverse headstock Strats. Beautiful guitar sound. I saw his amps coming on stage. They were also Sewer amps, or at least the cabinets were. And then for the Oaf, he played a different guitar. Anyone who was at the show, you tell me what guitar he played for the Oaf, or I'm gonna have to go. I guess I could just look it up. Anyways, guys, CrewFest was great. I think there's a lot of negativity to how people conduct themselves. I think people conducted themselves very well at the show. I think alcohol was handled very, very nicely. I hope everything was successful. I've probably hear soon about anything that happened behind the scenes that didn't go well. But it's just a great place. And if you ever next summer, come on down to CrewFest in Brantford. It's a great show. Anyways, for me, I am incredibly busy as far as shows go. If you're in Brantford, please come down to Harmony Square Friday around 7 p.m. It says 7:30 on Facebook. I was told to be there ready to play at 7 p.m. Anyhow, my teachers and I, my family and I, Jacob, Kaylee, Ange won't be playing, but she'll be coordinating. We're doing a show for the Bell Homestead. We're doing a tribute to the telephone. We're playing all telephone songs. Comment with your favorite telephone song. Yes, we're doing 8675309. That's one of the songs. There's another very famous telephone song that we're ending with. You guys see if you can guess the name of that song. Anyways, I'm going to go because I got lots to do today because it's a weekend in July, which means there's lawns to be cut and stuff like that kind of thing, and groceries to be bought, and all that great domestic stuff that we still have to do because we're not really rock stars, are we? I'm sure Nikki Sixx probably does some lawn work. No, he doesn't. No. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Come down to Brantford on Friday night and see the family. It's going to be some students, some teachers. It's going to be a fun time. Acoustic show. See ya. Have a good one.